Welcome to Cthulhu Saves the World, which is a prequel game to Cthulhu Saves Christmas, which I've already played on this channel. I have set up a playlist so that you can watch all of it all together in case you're not using that. So, if you're not using the playlist and you want to see the whole series, go ahead and go and find that. It'll be very convenient for y'all. But yeah, this game is completely ridiculous. Just as dumb as the other game was, if you saw that. And, but it's dumb in a really funny way. So this game is stylized to look as though it came from like the original Nintendo system days, or maybe Super Nintendo. I'm not entirely sure. It intentionally looks very retro. Before I jump into a new game though, there are a couple of things I want to look at here. For example, if I go into the Necronomicon here, it'll tell me about how amazing I am. Master of not beating the game, because I've literally only just now opened it. I actually deleted my old save files so I can start fresh here. I've not seen this particular message in the Necronomicon for years. Vanquisher of nothing. In addition to that though, not bonuses, in the options here, there's actually alternative ways of controlling the game. This is the only game that I own that allows me to use the Mind Orb 5XD2 to control the game. So I can play the game with the power of my mind! Think your desired thought settings into the Mind Orb 5XD2. When you are done, press the confirm button. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. 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 And I think I have everything configured correctly. So yeah, I can play the game with the power of my mind. And if I don't move for hours on end, you will know why. It's because my mind is not very good, guys. Oh dear. Yeah, on a, totally unrelated note, some video makers, as well as game developers, are complete and utter liars. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into the game now. So, I played the game on easy mode last time. I'm going to go ahead and play this on normal mode. And I'm going to leave the commentary off. As interesting as the commentary is, it kind of throws off the flow of the video for video making purposes. For countless ages, that unthinkable being known as Cthulhu has lain dormant in his underwater city of Relay. Cthulhu, a being so terrible that his mere presence is enough to drive mere mortals insane. Cthulhu sleeps while the world above goes on, oblivious to his presence. Until tonight. Awaken, great Cthulhu. As Cthulhu emerges from the bay, the world seems doomed indeed. But wait, who's that? A brave and mysterious stranger has appeared from atop yonder cliff. Using a strange holy power, the mysterious stranger has sealed away Cthulhu's horrible power. His power drained, Cthulhu washes up on the neighboring shore, defeated and dejected. Gah! After waiting all this time, to have victory snatched from my grasp by a mere mysterious man is highly frustrating. I must get my powers back. But how? Maybe in the same way that occurred in the sequel game. Actually, no. Luckily for the world, Cthulhu didn't know the one and only way to break the curse and regain his powers. In order to break the curse and regain his powers, he would have to do the unthinkable. He would have to become a true hero. Only by becoming a true hero would his powers return to him. Foolish narrator, while you were busy explaining the situation to the player, I was eavesdropping. Now I too know the way to regain my power. Whoops. I, Cthulhu, do hereby vow to devote my life to becoming a true hero. But only so that I can regain my powers, summon Relay to the surface, and destroy the world, of course. and thus a most unlikely hero was born. I hope the music is not overpowering. I did turn down the volume on this game because even whenever I set it to quiet mode in the volume settings, it was still kind of loud, so I've done some magic in my recording program to try and lower it even further. Hopefully it is balanced. Welcome to your new life as a wannabe RPG hero. Before we begin, allow me to give you a few pointers. Actually, you know what? Even though it doesn't affect the recording, there we go. I don't think it will make any difference in the video, but I've lowered the volume for myself because it was just blasting in my ears and I couldn't hear myself talk. Welcome to your new life as a wannabe RPG hero. Before we begin, allow me to give you a few pointers. The great Cthulhu needs no assistance. However, for the benefit of the lowly player who dares control me, I will allow you to continue with your feeble tips. Hold the left shift key while moving to run really fast. If you guys didn't watch the previous series, then I'm going to warn you right now. I'm going to mess up the reading the dialogue portion of the game continuously. It's going to happen a lot. Foolish game developer. By giving me the ability to run, I'll finish this silly game in half the time. I'll be able to sell it back to the game store before the trade-in value drops. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure I can't do that. Press the tab key to bring up your menu, even though I'm controlling the game with my mind, so obviously this text is only relevant for the keyboard. Which I'm totally not using. From here, you can chat with the members of your party, check out your stats, start a fight, change your equipment, save your game, or teleport back to cities that you have visited. I can save at any time. What is this, a first-person shooter? Use abilities like Insanity Slash in combat to make your enemies insane. Insane enemies take more damage from attacks, but watch out, a few enemies become more dangerous when insane. There will be no watching out. I shall bestow the gift of insanity upon all. Build up your combo count with hits, and then unleash a powerful combo finisher ability like Death Blow for massive damage. Are you done yet? If it's alright with you, I'd like to actually play this game sometime this year. Good luck. Cosmic monstrosities don't need luck. We forge our own destinies, no matter what the cost to humanity. So yeah, this game, the graphics quality is even lower than the previous game. It was made 9 years earlier, you have to give them a little bit of slack. So yeah, I just found 3 1-ups in that box. Those basically allow me to start fights over. If I die during a fight, I can use a 1-up to have another chance. But if I run out, then I'd lose the game. Let's go ahead and save now that I've actually begun here. Also, there's not a way to set up auto run, is there? Yeah, there's not. That's okay. Can I have Cthulhu chat even though he's the only party member? Chat can only be used with 2 or more characters in your group. Oh, that's a shame. There was some funny dialogue in the previous game whenever I tried to do exactly that. Alright, so let's get on our way here. Aha! A helpless maiden beset by vicious monsters. I shall rescue her, thus becoming a true hero. That would work for a normal person, but you have a lot of evil to atone for. It will take many heroic deeds before you're even remotely close to being considered a true hero. Battalion! Then I'll just kill the monsters anyway, just for the sake of violence. A Guez approaches. Is that how I'm supposed to pronounce their name? It doesn't really matter. Alrighty. So I am playing the game on normal difficulty. It is not too easy and not too hard. So that means I do actually want to be a little bit careful with how I do things here. So I just have the basic attack here. It's pretty straightforward. Tech and magic will both use my my magic stockpile. Underneath Cthulhu's name it says age 64, that means health. He has 64 health. and then M stands for magic, that's 40. Tech and magic will both use my magic points, but tech uses my strength, and magic uses my magic, and that is how it determines how much damage that they do respectively. In the case of Cthulhu, you can actually build him up to be either a strength character or a magic character, or a mix of both. It's up to you. I tend to play him as a strength character, and that's what I'm going to do again here, because I think it's just a better choice for him. Alright, these things have 35 HP. It's not really worth using any tech abilities here, though. Oh, actually, I could... So the combo finisher, the amount of damage that it does goes up the higher the combo count in the top right corner climbs. And I can build up the combo count more if I use an ability that hits the enemy multiple times, which Insanity Strike does. So if I use Insanity Strike here, combo's gone up by 2 instead of 1 like it normally would, and we get to see an alternative sprite for this creature because it's insane now. And now they're going to hit me, and every turn that passes, the monster's strength goes up by 10%, so if I wait for too long to finish a battle, it will swing into the monster's favor and it'll be more difficult for me to win. Alright, so this thing will just finish off with a basic attack. Combo count of 3. Oh yeah, Death Blow now has a power of 48 instead of 30 like it was at the start. So yeah, I can use Death Blow to immediately destroy this monster. So, after battles are finished, you always get all of your HP back, but only some of your magic points back. And the amount of magic points you get back depends on the difficulty that you're playing at. So every once in a while, I'll probably have to restock it, or else I'll have to just go through a series of battles without using magic so that I can restock it without having to go to a save point. Because going to a save point is how I restock the magic power. I feel like I've been explaining a lot of things and not really progressing in the game very quickly, but it's pretty straightforward once you understand all the basics, and I think I've explained most everything here. Cthulhu is now level 4. HP goes up by 8, magic power goes up by 5. Choose level up bonus. So every time you level up a character, you can choose one of 2 different benefits that they will gain. Aside from the extra HP and magic points, there are no benefits to leveling up other than what you select here. Like, my strength is not going to go up at all, unless the choice says that my strength goes up. And in this case, it'll cause me to get 10% extra strength whenever there's insane enemies on the field, so that sounds pretty good to me. I could also do the same for magic if I wanted to build Cthulhu to be a magic character, but I want to build him as a strength character, so we're going with this choice. Die, foul slime monsters! As Cthulhu defeats the final slime monsters, he turns his gaze to the maiden that he has rescued. Gorgeous. What? When Umi gazed upon the mighty Cthulhu, she did not see a crazed octopus dragon man. Instead, she saw this. Warning. Image displayed may not reflect reality. My hero. Hero indeed. Did you hear that? Do I count as a true hero yet? No. Thaugen, at this rate I shall never become a true hero and regain my cosmic powers of destruction. Oh, brave warrior who has just saved me from a gooey death. Let me join you on your noble quest. Do you do anything besides getting attacked by slime monsters? I have an affinity with the creatures of the sea and call them my friends. Pass. Oh, and I have this trident which I use to stab things. That's more like it. And above all, I, Ubi, promise you my wholehearted love and devotion, you great big green hunk of handsomeness. Yes, the great Cthulhu requires groupies. You shall do. Yay! Does this mean we're dating now? No. We're in a strictly rockstar groupie relationship. For now, Umi has joined your party. Now that you have a second party member, you can use the chat command. You can also use multi-character unite techniques in battle. Gain more allies to unlock more unite abilities. Random encounters are now active in this dungeon. After fighting 25 battles in this area, random encounters will be turned off. If you would like to fight beyond that, push the tab key to bring up the main menu and select the fight option. So yeah, now we have Umi, who I totally have never seen before. Please ignore the previous series. So yeah, if we go here and do the chat command, is that a live starfish in your hair? Yes, her name is Penta. Isn't she cute? A live starfish in your hair. And people think I'm disgusting. Okay, so that wasn't really anything too terribly important. So Umi's kind of interesting. She is kind of a jack of all trades. She does a mixture of strength and magic both. The town of Miskatonia is just past this series of caves. I'm sure there are some heroic deeds that you could do there. To Miskatonia! Oh. I got an encounter right before I reached the save point. You know, I forgot to read the description on those new enemies whenever I was fighting them. Alright, so basic attack does 21 damage per hit. Insanity strike would do 30. So that means I can one-shot the goals with Insane Strike. And then with her, the Flood attacks all enemies. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I could save my magic power, and well, I don't really need to save it because there's a save point right up ahead, and I will get it all back whenever I stand on it. But still, if I make her use the magic power and not Cthulhu, I could earn it back from the battle as well. So I'll flood everything and do a basic attack, and that should take out one of the seagulls. They are attacking first. Looks like the crab is just the water damage there. And yeah, that took out the seagull. So I'm going to speed through these fights if I think that there's not really any danger of losing. So just basic attacks all around. And whenever I queue up an attack, if the enemy that I selected for the attack no longer exists because it got destroyed by a different character, then it'll just move on to the next enemy instead automatically, so I don't have to worry about that. Umi is now leveled up. I can make her less likely to be attacked, or I can give her extra agility for each insane enemy. So it's basically a choice of I can make her less likely to be attacked, or I can make her go sooner in the turn rotation. What do I want here? I'm going to go for the agility. I tend to not like making it less likely for certain characters to be attacked because it's very luck-based if you're relying on that, and I don't like to rely on that. So yeah, magic power is restored whenever I stand on this. I can save my game from here. I can also just save wherever I want, but I cannot regenerate my magic wherever I want. Okay, looks like that was a dead end on the opposite direction there. Staley loves rouge lipstick. Okay then. So let's flood all these enemies. Oh, okay, I'll just one-shot everyone. That was really good, actually. Yeah, I am going to be, once again, going to look for all of the treasure chests on the map, which requires me to, what have we here? Giant rat, makes a great pet. Crab, immune to massive damage from weak points. Seahorse, likes teddy bears and jelly beans. Okay then, sure, whatever you say. This is probably going to be a pretty standard fighting technique, at least for the time being. That crab seems pretty damage resistant, so we just, Oh, Umi got taken out, actually. That's not good. go. We're good. As long as I win the fight in the end, it doesn't matter if someone faints during the middle of it. But yeah, I will have to search for the way that is opposite from the way that I'm supposed to go, because those side paths tend to have chests along them. Let's go with the Insane Strike on the Uzumaki. I wonder what that means. That might be like Japanese for snail or something. I don't know. Okay. So he's gone. If I do Insane Strike, I can take one out immediately. Oh wait, there's no way to do this, so I can take them both out in one turn, so I'll just take them out in two with basic attacks. That's fine. Okay, so now I get a choice of actual stat bonuses rather than a passive effect. I can increase my strength and vitality, which means my attack power and my resistance to physical attacks from enemies, I believe. Or I can increase the maximum amount of magic points that I have on Cthulhu specifically, and give him magic power. Yeah, I'm going with strength here, for reasons I've already explained. A lot of the things that I am explaining here are probably pretty familiar if you've watched the Cthulhu Saves Christmas game, even though mechanically it works rather differently. It turns out that I went the wrong way here, if I'm looking for treasure chests, because that right there was the exit of this cavern. So I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to try and be quick about this. I just want to see what's over in this direction. So I want to go right here instead of left. There's absolutely nothing here. Goblin. Hero fodder, and he knows it. That's funny. Okay, just take out all these guys. Okay, so I can do Blind Strike to a single enemy, which has a 60% chance of blinding it. Plus it'll do 52 damage with her stats as they are currently. Or I can blind an entire group of enemies with a 60% chance of blinding each one of them. I generally want to go with damage every single turn that I can, with just a few exceptions, so being able to blind a single character and damage them simultaneously is really attractive to me. I just realized I got a piece of equipment. I think it was tunic here. Yeah, that will increase his survivability, which is nice. And now that I've wasted my time and found nothing to show for it, let's actually go to the end of the level. I'm gonna go for the seahorses first, actually. Yeah, whenever you're playing on normal difficulty, the fights aren't too terribly hard, so I should be able to fly through most of them. It's not as bad as if I was playing on easy, which I did before, but I'm a little bit more invested in the strategy of this game than I was Cthulhu Saves Christmas. So I don't mind playing on normal. It will not slow down things too terribly much. How many battles do I have left in this area? 16. I'm probably not going to bring it down to 0 by the time I leave. Unfortunately, there is no opportunity to skip battles like there was in Cthulhu Saves Christmas. All just potions? That's lousy. Oh nice, I took them all out in one turn. We're getting stronger here. The difficulty of the game kind of self-regulates because if I am going out of my way to avoid fights and I'm only fighting things that are absolutely necessary, I get less XP than if I was grinding. And grinding is basically how you make up for the increased difficulty. Like, beating the game on hard difficulty is not actually hard. You just have to spend longer grinding, and it's just as easy for playing on another difficulty otherwise. It just takes longer. But normal difficulty is actually a decent challenge compared to easy. It actually means I have to think. So the difference here is that Fireball is a magic attack, and Flame Strike is a physical attack. And it also has physical... I don't want to say element because I don't feel like physical is an element, but like whereas this is a pure fire attack, Fire Strike is a fire and physical attack, so certain enemies react differently depending on what elements you use against them, including like physical or dark or fire or ice or whatever. You probably know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know, then it's not that important. It's a problem for me to worry about, not you guys. Alright, just checking out the plateau here, looking for any chests that might be around. Dolphin. Her idea of playful involves harpoons and pain. Oh, well, that's lovely. Flame Strike on the dolphin. And then Flood on all characters. The dolphin is only taking half damage from both the fire attack and the water attack, so it's not actually going down this turn. That fight was a little bit hairy, actually. What's that on the horizon? Oh dear. I'm Elonalina. Elonalina. I think that's correct. I'm Elonalina. On behalf of the Earth, we will right wrongs and triumph over evil. And that means you. Switchblade's the name. I'm here to steal from the wicked to give to the just. I am Dash the Daring. My courage is only rivaled by my good looks. Yeah, stereotypical hero party in an RPG game. We are the three heroes of goodly justice. Dark Fiend Cthulhu, we will defeat you and restore light to the world. You're a Dark Fiend? You should have told me. That is so sexy. I see that you've used your wild magic to ensnare that beautiful maiden. Release her. Please. If I was using my magic to ensnare someone, I would have picked someone much harder. Hey! Yo, narrator, do I get hero points for defeating annoying heroes? No. Well, I'm going to beat them up anyway. Virtue always triumphs over evil. We're sure to win. Your friend over there doesn't look too virtuous, hiding behind that cloak and all. I have a skin condition. Leave me alone. Puny humans. Even with my powers locked away, I have more than enough power to deal with you. Prepare to be defeated. Alrighty, so this is actually going to be a bit tricky because this is like a sort of a mini boss fight here. So this is something I've not looked at yet, but we have a unite technique called Call Kraken. And when I use it, it will do 26 damage to every enemy on the field every single turn from then on. So because it happens every turn without any further input, it is better to use this sooner than later. And I'm going to use it now. Because it is the Unite ability though, it takes up both Cthulhu and Umi's turn simultaneously, so that's why Umi did not get a turn here. So Thief attacks Cthulhu. Hitting Cthulhu. I summon Kraken. The cleric attacks Cthulhu. They really want to take out Cthulhu first, apparently. Okay, the cleric is a healer. Oh, right. Let's read the descriptions of these enemies. Cleric, very susceptible to peer pressure. That's totally true. Especially if you're like playing D&D or something. Hero is having trouble adjusting to 16-bit. Thief keeps his daggers in his boots. Okay, I'm not sure if that was like supposed to be a reference or something. It doesn't seem particularly funny. So Flame Strike theoretically will do 99 damage. I could go for the Thief actually and maybe one-shot him. If I'm wrong about how much damage this will do though, that might be bad. Let's try it anyway. Blind Strike does 52 damage. So if I combine that with the Kraken, which will also go off on this turn, it'll be enough to take the Cleric out as well. So hopefully we'll be taking out 2 enemies on this turn, and then we'll have the hero left after that. Alright, they're hitting Umi. The Cleric is blinded. I think that reduces the amount of damage that they do when they attack, which is honestly kind of wasted on the Cleric, but mainly I was just after the damage. Alright, the Thief is gone. Oh, okay. I might be getting a little bit mixed up. Blind actually gives him a chance to miss, apparently. And now the Cleric is gone as well, just as I calculated. This is going exactly as I was hoping it would. Now we'll do Flame Strike again, and then just have Umi hit him, and that should be enough. Oh, he's got some extra defenses. It's not doing as much damage as advertised because of his armor. Yeah, only 69 damage on Cthulhu's Flame Strike rather than the 99 that was advertised. Oh, but the Kraken was able to make up the difference. Sweet. That went very well. That was very optimal. So, passive ability to increase ailment success rate based on how high the combo counter is. Or I could just give her 40 strength. Honestly, I don't really care so much about the ailments. They're kind of just bonuses in addition to the damage whenever I can get it. I'm just going to pump up her strength. Cthulhu 1, Lame Heroes 0. I hope they're okay. They're adventurers, I wouldn't worry about it. They probably already respawned at the nearest church. This game knows that it is a video game, and it is making fun of it. I wonder if we'll meet them again. Probably. Enough contemplation, onwards to heroism. I'm curious, what is the status of my characters? Cthulhu is 19 XP away from a level up. I wonder if it would be worth leveling up before doing the final boss fight in this region. Oh, I'm not at the final boss fight yet. I thought I was, but no, there's a little bit more running through caves first, so I'll totally level up before then. Alright. No splits in the path yet. Okay, here's a split. Let's check over here first. I kinda wish that I got some magic power for Umi rather than strength, because her flood attack is not actually improved at all. What do I do? Oh, I can take out a seahorse because of her strength, actually. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works. Alright, onwards. By the way, the noise that the game makes whenever an enemy dies is a little bit sharp, and it sounds way louder than everything else that the game outputs through my headphones, and it's kind of annoying. That's part of the reason why I've turned down the sound a little bit. Hopefully it is within tolerable levels. 75 gold. That is... I guess it'll be helpful in the future. I would have preferred to get an item, but oh well. What is that thing? Mawfish. Happy Mouthfish didn't have quite the same ring to it. Okay then. I wonder if it is susceptible to fire. It took most of the damage, that's not bad. So hopefully it'll go down now. Oh, Cthulhu's dead. At least for the duration of this fight. But Umi will be able to finish it off. That's fine. Apparently those things are really dangerous. So does this just kind of loop around? I'm hoping that I can find an item here. I'm absolutely certain that there is an item to find in this area. Let's actually focus on taking down the dolphins one by one, rather than leaving them all alive at the end of this turn. Wait, 76 damage. Is Umi's attack supposed to do that much? Okay, Cthulhu's Flame Strike only did half damage there. Blind Strike. Why is the damage on Blind Strike increased from what it was originally? I'm not sure. Whatever. I guess maybe I got a damage increase from somewhere. Oh, it's a technique, and techniques are based on strength, not magic. That's why. Okay, so I can either make Cthulhu go earlier in the turn order, or I can improve his resistance to damage. I'm going to go with the damage resistance. It's the same total number of stats that I would have gotten either way, so that's fine. I could have sworn that there's supposed to be... Oh, how do I want to handle this? Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'm quite sure that there's a second item to find in these caves, and I just need to figure out where it is. I've already got this chest. There's 8 battles left. I might have missed it, but I also might be jumping the gun here. Let's go up to the staircase. This might just kill everyone immediately. No. The seagulls survived with just a little bit of HP. Scavenger of food, and you. Alright, yeah. Let me run up to the staircase and see if there's more cave behind it. There is. Okay, this is where the next item is going to be. I tried to record this episode once before, several weeks ago. Well, 2 weeks ago, that is. And... wait a minute. Oh, okay, there's the iron sword. I was about to say, that was a really short cave. But yeah, I tried to record this episode 2 weeks ago, and it turned out terrible, partially because it turns out I was getting a little bit sick right whenever I finished the Cthulhu Saves Christmas series, so I had to recover for a couple of weeks before I felt like I could record again. Okay, it turns out that this thing is really dangerous, so let's take it out first. Perfect. And then we'll just take out the other ones in one shot. The magic power of both of my characters should hold out for all of the fights inside this cave, I think. So I'm not worried about using it up, as long as I don't use up a ton of it in one fight. We're almost out of here. Um... Huh. That's annoying. That thing survived with 1 HP. Yeah, generally you're gonna do less damage than advertised because it does not take into account the enemy's resistances for that damage calculation. Oh boy. There's a chance that these snailies will actually fail to move just because it's something that creature happens to do. They both chose to attack though. Alright, what is the status at this point? Oh, kind of close to another level up, aren't we? The boss is right beyond this point, though, I'm pretty sure. I don't have the whole game memorized, but because I did this segment of the game once already whenever I recorded 2 weeks ago, I remember some things about this area. Just this area. As our adventurers cross the long bridge leading to Miskatonia, look at the ocean. A strange beast jumps out of the ocean, hurling itself towards Cthulhu Adumi. Looks like a star terror. Haven't seen one of those since my days on Vergel. How do Roman numerals work? Is that 154? Is that what that means? Wait, no, X is... An X is a 10, right? And an L is a 50? So is that 64? Vergel 64, maybe? I don't know. It's either 154 or 64, I think. I have no idea. Time to prove yourself, groupie. What about all those battles we fought to get to this point? Dear child's play, now show me what you've got. Yeah, I could have leveled up once before reaching this point without too terribly much difficulty, but let's give it a go anyway. So just like before, let's call the Kraken on the very first turn. Star Terror performs boost. Its next attack will be very powerful. Okay, that's a little bit concerning. Let's insanify it so that it takes additional damage, and then we'll also blind it. It resisted the blindness. Okay, but it is insane. It did 48 damage to Cthulhu, that's not good. If Cthulhu gets hit again, he's going to get taken out. So, I guess let me use a potion on Cthulhu to prevent... Oh wait, no, the next attack won't do as much damage because he was boosting his previous attack. But he won't get that boost this time. I think that's how it works. Let's see if I can blind him. It resisted the blindness again. Okay, this time he hit me. Kraken is doing the work. I'm just gonna keep on doing the same technique. I really want this blindness to... He keeps resisting it. Okay, so it has boosted its attack again. Oh, but it only has 128 HP left, so it's not going to be able to move again. Yeah, almost took it out. It's got like 14 HP left, I think. If it finishes it off. There we go. All enemies have been defeated. Lots of XP. Level ups for everyone. So I have a choice between general stat increases across the board, or HP and magic point increase. I'm going to go for the stats. And then for Umi... So I have a choice between using a whole ton of magic points for guaranteed escape, of battle, or a lot less magic points for only a chance to escape the battle. I'm gonna go with the guaranteed thing, because if I'm desperate enough to use this, I don't want to be taking any chances. Not bad. Guess you're not as useless as I suspected. Yay, I'm not useless. Hey, wait a second. I feel bad for the Star Terror, though. It reminded me of my pet starfish. You know, if instead of being a cute little friend, it was a huge, terrifying monstrosity. Don't kid yourself, Umi. If that Star Terror ever got the chance, he'd eat you and everyone you care about. Well, obviously, I'm not stupid. I still feel sorry for it, though. Alright, and with that, I have beaten this area. Now, I could go up here, but it's better to go through here into town first, because there is a quest to go to that area. Let's talk to people. Welcome to Miskatonia. People in this game have a very brief dialogue. What's wrong with your face, mister? It's all slimy. The better to terrify you with, my dear. Nope, not scared at all. Taugen, curse this curse. I wonder if Umi has anything different to say at this point. We should explore the nearby town of Miskatonia for supplies and information about our next heroic task. Yes, that is what I am doing. So these bookshelves I can search to get sometimes humorous titles of books. I may as well check them. A novel of 100,000 words. You think about taking the time to count each word to see if the title is accurate, but decide against it. Yeah, it's very convenient to have computers with the word count feature on your text editor these days, isn't it? Oh dear. I think this line of dialogue is taken straight out of the Call of Cthulhu book. Panugli Magnafu Cthulhu Relay Raganagl. I'm not sleeping anymore. Yeah, that line of text supposedly translates to something along the lines of, in relay, dead Cthulhu lies sleeping, or something like that. Shane, come back. What's wrong? I was exploring this cave to the northwest with my dog Shane when we were suddenly attacked by monsters. I ran as fast as I could and escaped, but Shane is still trapped there. Cthulhu, let's go find his dog. I guess rescuing someone is the sort of thing a hero would do, even if it is only a dog. Quest gained. Find Shane the dog. So yeah, that was the quest to go up to that area north that I pointed out before. Make sure to equip any new equipment that you purchase. That is good advice. Welcome to my shop, oh horrifying one. Okay, that steel sword is very expensive, but the sharp trident for Umi is not bad. So let me get that. Also expensive. This dress is doable though. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we're not buying that yet. Clearly I am meant to come back after progressing through the game a whole bunch. I'll have to remember that that's there. I'll buy the cute dress. And then I will equip those things. And now I can sell him my old things. Old sword. Old trident. Tunic. Dress. What do you do? Are you thirsty? Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. Okay, then. Yeah, I don't have enough money to afford anything else at the blacksmith. Not to mention, I might find a steel sword inside the cave where Shane the dog is. I love this town. Okay, that was extremely simplistic. I love you. I love you. I love you more. No, I love you more. Ah, true love. Isn't it wonderful? True love? Bah. How old are these kids? 5? Does Ubi still say the same thing now that I have the side quest? Yes, she does. But I think it might change once I go inside here. You wish to be a hero? Go to the Shrine of Heroes to the east. You could pass... If you could pass the tests within and reach the highest floor, your wish may be granted. So that is the main quest, and not a side quest. There's a crazy old man near the edge of town who just repeats gibberish over and over. I think he's the member of an evil cult that worships an ancient false god. Good to hear that I still have followers. Yeah, I've talked to that guy already. Have you heard about the horrible monster that is coming to kill us? It's called Cthulhu or Kilthy or something like that. It's supposed to be as huge as a mountain with hideous green skin. There's a 1,000,000 gold bounty for whoever manages to kill the horrible creature. Only 1,000,000? Surely I'm worth a gazillion gold. Welcome to my cafe. It's the perfect place to relax for heroes. Why, just the other day, Dash, Alonalina, and Switchblade were entertaining us with stories of their heroic deeds. Apparently, they frequent this place. If these are their ingredients, you don't want to... you don't think you want to eat here. Various cooking utensils. I'm using. Alright, so we have our 2 quests, but there's still more to see in town. The students at Miskatonic University are quite cute this year, don't you agree? Welcome to Miskatonic University. Our doors are open to all seekers of knowledge. Isn't this place called Miskatonia? Maybe the name of the university is called Tonic, as in, like, describing the town. People from the town of Miskatonia are Miskatonic. He, A Story of Pronouns. It's a decent book, but it feels abbreviated. The book. You read the book. It doesn't live up to expectations. Sure, it's a perfectly fine A book, but the book? The Street. You try to read The Street, but the plot doesn't go anywhere. That one's kind of funny. The Hound. You read a heartwarming tale of a man and his beloved dog. I'm not sure that there's a joke there. The Rats in the Walls. One of the only truly horrifying novels to have been written by mere humans. Such a cute little rat. I just want to hug him. Nonsense. Rats aren't cute. No, actually, wait. That is a really cute rat, isn't it? What was the illustrator thinking? I just want a pet rat. When I've destroyed the world, I'll get you all the rats you could want. Yay! Actually, come to think of it, The Rat in the Walls. I think that might be the name of a story that was made by Lovecraft, who's also the author of the Cthulhu stories. So that might be the joke here, making a reference to more stuff from the Lovecraft universe. Let me just skip through all of that. Was this also a Lovecraft book? I bet you this is also a Lovecraft book, and they're just treating it like it's some frivolous, innocent thing as a joke. That's probably what the joke is. I understand now. Pikmin's Model. This might also be a Lovecraft book. Pikmin had a model train. He played with it all day, and everywhere that Pikmin went, the train was sure to go. One day, Pikmin lost his model train, and he lost it in the snow. So Pikmin went on a killing spree. That's something you didn't know. The train he found, oh, Pikmin did, but murder is hard to lose. The cops, they found Pikmin, they did, and tied his neck with a noose. Pikmin is dead, and all rejoiced, but the model train lives on. The model train, the model train, the model train lives on. Yeah, pretty sure that is also a Cthulhu, or a Lovecraft story. Otherwise, I can't imagine why they would put such a dark and horrible story into this game. I sent a researcher to the old city of Innsmouth to investigate the strange look of the people who live there, but he hasn't come back. I hope they didn't do anything to him. Suspicious. The Color Out of Space. That is definitely a Lovecraft story. It's an educational children's book that teaches exotic colors like green and purple. Yeah, there's a lot more to that story than that. The Dreams in the Witch House. To your great surprise, all of the dreams are about giving class presentations while suffering from a distinct lack of clothing. I wonder if all of these books are Lovecraft stories. That would be funny, but I am not actually very well versed in all of the different stories. The Shadow Out of Time. Looks like an interesting book, but you don't have enough time to read it right now. Azathoth. As in, the idiot god. The god that is supposedly dreaming the entirety of reality into existence. And if he ever wakes up, reality itself will end because the dream that is reality will end. Only 2 pages long. Pathetic. Cool Air. You feel a chill as you read this book. Did I talk to you yet? Adventuring Lesson 1. Know your stats. The higher your strength, the more damage your physical attacks and skills will deal. Magic affects the power of spells. Agility determines who gets to go first in combat. Having a higher agility than monsters will save yourself some pain. Vitality determines your defense against physical attacks, and will determines your magic defense. Now that you understand what each stat does, build the ultimate team of heroes. Okay, I already read that one. Effective use of status ailments like poison and blind can make hard battles easy. The faster you win a battle, the more magic points you recover. Oh really? I did not know that. Interesting. If you push the escape key, you can quit your game. Not sure why you would want to do that though. Ah ha ha. The Whisperer in the Darkness. Ugh, a romance novel. The Horror at Red Hook. You feel like you've heard this story a long time ago, possibly while sitting around a campfire. The Evil Clergyman. The big plot twist is that the clergyman is evil. No kidding. Alrighty, let's get out of here. I've had enough of reading silly books. Did I check out this yet? No. Cthulhu the dog. Woof. The dog appears to have the same name as Cthulhu. How odd. I'm not entirely certain how they knew that that dog's name was Cthulhu whenever it can't speak, other than the fact that they're video game characters and extremely self-aware. I guess that's all the explanation that is needed. What is at the inn? Beware the dreaded belt man. Drawing power from his outfit made almost entirely of belts, he can boost his stats to astronomically high levels. Defeat him quickly if you run into him. Apparently, according to the developer commentary, that's a reference to a particular artist that likes to draw belts on everyone that he ever makes. I don't really know what the deal is with that. Just don't worry about it. You find a number of free guides to Miskatonia in the drawer. I don't really need a guide though. It's not exactly very big. I've already almost seen everything. Special today, free room and board to all terrifying looking adventurers. MP restored. Okay, sweet. So inns serve as save points. That's convenient. Ever since the bridge broke, we haven't heard anything from the people in Dunwich. I wonder what's happening there. Whatever is happening there, I bet it is a horror. Ah! Get out of my room, you horrible monster! I've still got it. The Innkeeper's Almanac. Okay then. Ooh, what do we have here? 2 watts, alright. There's a note inside the drawer. Please enjoy our complimentary gifts for the road-weary traveler. The management. There's nothing else inside the drawer. Guess this room has been raided before. Yeah, that's a commentary on video game logic there. Like, if you're playing an Elder Scrolls game like Oblivion or Skyrim or something, you go through all these dungeons, and like every single one of them has chests that are just filled to the brim with loot, even though supposedly the runes have been there for 1,000 years or so. And it's like, has there never been anyone else who's ever come into this place and looted the chest before your character? Alright, that's all there is to see there, so let's go ahead and find Shane the dog.